Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Peace and blessing to the chosen. Drop the 7 in the comments if the audio coming through clearly. Drop the 7 in the comments for me. Let me know everything coming through clearly.
Hello.
Do it again, Father. Acting like everything's okay when it ain't. Is that faith? Doing my best, but will it get me through them pearly gates? Can you relate? It's Friday night, this past Monday, last time I ate. Legs weak, plus I'm losing weight. Bad timing, man, I'm usually late. That's a habit that I'm trying to break, while I'm trying not to break. 30 days to vacate, that's what the notice read. It's been 2 weeks since LeRon found his daddy dead. Can't imagine that. Optimistic, dark times, trying to see the brighter side through the cataracts. Father, give us strength. I bow my soul to you, your eminence. I feel stuck, we need deliverance. From ourselves first and foremost, then from our enemies. Disobey, we suffer penalties. Right now the bills coming faster than the money is. If you a friend to this world, then you ain't one of his. Prince of the air trying to block the prayer. Daniel 12 verse 3, he can't stop the glare. Damaged goods needed proper care. Digital ID mandatory just to work in Europe. Lack of bread, famine increasing in these coming years. Born in a war and it's a deadly sport. Way too poor to raise the credit score. The blade stained with the blood of misled sheep. We trapped in between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea. It's looking biblical. We need a miracle. Send your healing cause it's critical. We petition you. Do it again, Father, like you did it in the days of old. Broken spirits, you the only one can make us whole. Do it again like you did for David. Dismiss the case and drop the charges that's against Stacy. Do it again, Father. Do it again, Father. Do it again. North and Southern Kingdom sin became the dirty dozen. No, you can bless me, I just question if I'm worthy of it. Do it again, Father. Do it again, Father. Do it again. Do it again. Like a patient being patient while he waiting for the physician. Deliver us from these afflictions. Do it again, Father. Do it again, Father. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.
Hello.
Man, all praises, glory, and honor go to the Most High. Man, we here again, family. We here again. The Father did it again. He poured out that mercy. He found it. He found us to be pleasing enough to wake us up for another Shabbat, man. Drop the 7 in the comments again. Let me know audio still coming through clearly before we get into the message. I pray everything is good with everybody who tuning in and everybody who will tune in. All right, let me cut it up some more. Hold on. Adjust my mic a little bit. See, it is a little low. Let me adjust it. Might need to move a little closer to it too. What about now? What I sound like? Bro put a 6.5. Oh man. What we sound like now? We good? I'm gonna have to project my voice. If not, okay. Yes indeed. I think we can work with 6.8, man. All praise to him. I'm turning it up though. See, I'm still I don't like that. I don't know what's happening. Even now, I'm still low. I'm still low, family. Real one. Oh man. So okay, if I can get if I can get 2 sevens, man, I hate to say it like that. Hold on. Let me see something. Hold up. Yeah. I'm coming through the interface. I'm gonna cut up the value some more. I got my gain halfway all the way up. It's still low. Let me see. Man, what? All praise to the Most High. Okay. Cool. All praise to the Most High. Thank you, Father. Thank you, O Holy One. Yeah, so we good. All praise to the Most High for the sound, and even it within itself, family, to have our minds sharp enough to even figure out how to make something better. You know what I'm saying? To be able to troubleshoot an issue. You got to understand, man, there's people outside right now. They always outside. And they don't even know who they are. You go to them, hey, man, what's going on, Larry? He don't even know his name Larry no more. Because something didn't happen in his life. Maybe somebody slipped a Mickey on him. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't know, maybe he got injured. And in his injury, it affected his brain. You know what I mean? But we still here. Maybe he was under so much stress and pressure. You know, he suffered a stroke or something. And so now his or her system and mind being able to process information is not as sharp as it used to be. You know what I mean? So all praise to the Most High, man, for his goodness. Like I was saying, man, he found us worthy to see today's Sabbath, man. It's a lot of people that's not here. So his grace been poured out. It's a day to be joyful. It's a day to praise and lift up his name. It's a day to glorify the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, the same Jacob whose name he changed to Israel, man, because he loaded us with benefits daily. So many we can't even keep count. We don't even know all the blessings that the Father provides to us. You still got feeling in your legs, don't you? You still can feel when you touch and reach out and hug your loved one, can't you? Man, that's a major blessing. You know what I mean? We still got vision and able to hear. Man, it's about his doing. So let us not forget that, man. All praise, glory, and honor goes to the Most High. All right. So the Most High's plan for your life, for our lives, excuse me, is greater than Satan's plan for our death. The Most High's plan for our life, for your life, for my life, is greater than Satan's plan for our death. All right, so going here because in so many different cases, man, the Father drops something in our spirit. He give us some instruction. He guide us. He allow wisdom to lead us. And when he gives an assignment, so many times people question what he done already told them by going to get a second opinion from somebody else. By trying to get approval and validation from somebody outside of the source that had already provided the assignment. You don't need no second opinion on what the Most High done gave you to do. When you go outside of his instruction, if you're going to question it, you're not sure, you need to, you know what I'm saying, get some confirmation behind it, go to him. You know what I mean? Through the message, I'm going to show y'all know how so many people, you know what I mean, and us as people, even today, what we would do. The Father put something on your spirit to do, and you second guessing it, you questioning it. You know what I mean? And then you go outside of his will and end up in trouble. Sometimes that trouble is one that we don't escape. Sometimes that trouble that we end up be him calling our name. You know what I mean? So with that being said, we trust the Most High's plan. You don't need to go and try to find out. If he told you to do something, you gotta know. Once he give you the instruction, he didn't already equip you with everything you need. And if you don't have it presently, you're gonna run into it along the path if you stay the course. Don't lean to the left, don't lean to the right. Stay focused. You can guarantee pushback. You can guarantee that the adversary gonna want you to not accomplish the goal. The Son obey the Most High. They got orders. All the elements, they have orders. They have commandments and instruction, and they adhere to what he told them. You can bet on it. 12 noon, that sun going to be in the sky because it was ordained. The Father instructed it to be there at that hour. We have to understand that when the Father gives us instructions, we should move the same way. Not saying that it's going to be an easy feat or an easy task. All right, let's go to John 10. St. John 10. I will be showing some videos somewhere through today's message, just for us to be aware about, you know what I mean, certain traps, snares, and the plan of Satan, rather. You know what I mean, that's being set up around us even now. Need us to be aware of that. But we're going to John, St. John, Matthew, Mark, Luke, then John, John 10. St. John chapter 10, family, is after Luke. If you don't have your Bible, get your Bible. Get you a pen, a pencil, some paper, highlighters, study material, you know. Yes, indeed. But we in John 10. Let me get 27. St. John chapter 10, verse 27, family. It says, my sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me. 28 says, and I give unto them eternal life, and they shall never perish, neither shall any man pluck them out of my hand. So we see here that the voice of the Most High, he has instilled that in people. He said, I'm going to pour out my spirit on all flesh. Your sons and your daughters, they going to prophesy. Your old men going to dream dreams. These dreams that the people have and in the prophecies that they prophesy, who is the source that it's coming from? It's coming from the Creator, the Holy One of Israel. So that means if they are repeating something that he said, they hearing from him. Don't let nobody tell you different, man. Because really walking with the Most High, you have people who haven't experienced the same things you have. And so because they haven't experienced it, they haven't seen something supernatural or what the world would call paranormal activity. They want to make you feel like you crazy. Or you don't know what you're talking about. You ain't hearing from God. Well, you can't hear from him, maybe because of whatever you don't believe. Or he haven't found you worthy to even speak to you like that. He speak to everybody in a certain way, man. Every vessel is different. He know how to reach you. Whether it's in a dream, a vision, whether he sends somebody, you send her pondering, thinking about something. Don't nobody know what you thinking, but then he send a person to your house or call your phone and they get to talking to you about the very thing you thinking about. So when he say they know my voice, not just no audible words. We can tell if it's a junkie talking, if it's a donkey talking. It's like, man, that's coming from the Father right there. But see, the people have been so polluted and focused on themselves. They listen to, they more focused on man. A lot of people just repeat what the next man said. That's why the Father can't use you. Because you're afraid of the opinions of other people. And you're more focused on that. Said, my sheep know my voice. So when we heard, man, we move in that spirit. Okay, we got to be obedient. The Father is moving me to do this. It's heavy on my spirit. I know he got to be giving me this. But a lot of times the people say, look, they'll question what the Father said 1,000 ways, but let somebody else in this world, a man, a woman, a politician, a celebrity, let one of them come and say something. They ain't going to do no study, no research. They ain't going to feel like they got to do no questioning of what is being presented to them. That's a major problem, man. That's the exact location Satan want people. Yeah, because then you end up following what Satan's saying. And you got to understand, when the Father give you a mission and he give you an assignment, the pushback don't always come in a form that it's somebody saying, hey, stop, don't do that. They come in aggressive. Sometimes Satan come as your friend, man. He come as your children or your wife or your husband or your parents or your siblings. He come as one of the people in your congregation. Hey, man, I like what you're doing. Hey, I love that. I done seen it several times just teaching. Have a lot of people, hey, man, I love you. And they super zealous. And a lot of times those same ones end up being enemies in the end because it wasn't coming from a sincere place. All right, so let's go here. Proverbs 8:36. The Most High's plan for your life is greater than Satan's plan for your death. The only way we become subject to the adversary is if we stop obeying. You get to worrying about everything outside of what he told you. I'm dealing with battles right now. Every Shabbat, I got to be wondering how I got to put my flesh under subjection so that I can be trying to tune in as much as I can to the Father. Man, that bed feel good. Last night was the first time I laid down this week without just really having a concern about, okay, tomorrow I got to get up and do this. You know what I mean? I could have laid in the bed. I ain't finna get up and go live. But he done already told me to preach. He done already told me to do that. So the destruction comes in with the disobedience. But if you do what he told you along the path in that journey, you're going to witness. You're going to witness you're going to see favor. You're going to see the supernatural. You're going to see his power work. You know what I mean? And a lot of people haven't experienced that because they're afraid to go forth with the mission. You not yielding to the call. You ain't answering when he called you. Proverbs 8:36 though, it says, but he that sinneth against me, talking about wisdom. He said, but he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. And we going here because the Father gives wisdom to guide, to lead us in the paths of righteousness, to show us the way to go, to increase our discernment, to see when it's his voice and when it's not his voice. Sometimes it ain't his voice or the devil, it's yours. And you confusing it. I'm trying to tell you what's happening. Let's keep going though, man. Go to Exodus. So this really where the message, the origin of this message came from. Reading this. We in Exodus 23. Man, the Father is so cold. He is so wonderful. Man, he's so wonderful. And for those of you who haven't made a conscious decision about your soul, you tuning in, look, you ain't gonna never find no true peace until you submit to the Father, till you surrender, till you stop trying to do it your way. The stuff you think you deserve and the lifestyle you think you deserve, the peace you think you deserve, the joy you think you deserve, you're not gonna get it because you're trying to live a life outside of what he done already ordained your life to be. You're going to keep running into hassles. You're going to keep struggling. You're going to keep having problems. You're going to keep ending up disappointed, man. But when you submit to him, you're going to be like, I don't know. You're going to be like, man, I don't know why I was running, man. I don't know why I was doing something so foolish. That's how it's going to go. Let me make a little more space over here for me. We in Exodus 23 though, family. Watch this. The Father is so cold, man. Exodus 23. Let me see. I'm gonna start with 20, man. All right, because he put his hand on you. He put his hands on us. He didn't already extended the invitation. All you gotta do is accept it and abide in it. Exodus 23:20 says, "Behold, I sent an angel before thee to keep thee in the way." I done already sent supernatural favor before you. This is what he letting us know. He said, "And to bring thee into the place which I have prepared." Now this is going into when he brought our ancestors out of the house of bondage, leading them into the land of milk and honey. All right, but everything written aforetime is written for our learning. You know what I mean? He the same power that he was then, he the same one today. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing too hard for him, man. It ain't nothing that he can't. All he got to do is speak it, family. So we want to be in a position that when he speak it, we can hear him. But a lot of the people's ears have become dull because they got all these other voices who they opening their ear gates to. All at the same time, they tuning out the one who got the power to not only kill them, but cast them into the lake of fire. But he said, "Behold, I send an angel before thee to keep thee in the way and to bring thee into the place which I have prepared." So the Father already got some set for us. He already got this thing set up, man. It said it's prepared. This means this is beforehand. Before you even get there, I got something established for you. 21 says, "Beware of him and obey his voice. Provoke him not, for he will not pardon your transgressions. For my name is in him." So this angel that he sent before, the messenger that he sent before us to go ahead of us, to escort us basically. Guess what? He said, but understand this now. Listen to the messenger. If you go against what the messenger say, you going to suffer your whatever sin you commit. You're going to suffer the consequences that come with your transgression. This is what he letting us know. So the enemy's idea is that, okay, well, if I can get you to not listen, I can get you into a situation that's not favorable for you. And only the Most High know how the judgment going to come down within that. He going to have mercy on who he have mercy. You know what I'm saying? So who are you? What's your decision going to be? Continuing on, my verse 22 says, "But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto thine enemies." And so we got to understand this too. Because I get it where a person might feel like, well, the Most High don't speak to us no more. I get what people might mean, meaning him from his throne. If he so chooses, yes, he will. All right, but in so many other cases, if this person is telling you something, he got it from, or she got it from the Most High, it's not their words. This is how a lot of people end up destroyed too, looking at the messenger. Oh, you too young to be trying to teach me something. You ain't got enough gray hairs in your head to be teaching me. Oh, you ain't tall enough. You ain't got enough muscles. She not pretty enough. So you can't hear the messenger because you too busy focusing on the shell. You ain't even catching what the Father giving you instructions. Yeah, man. So he said, but if you indeed obey his voice, because they only repeating what the Father then gave them to say. And I know it's a lot of people out there who they lie on the Father. Yeah, I heard from God. I hear him all the time. I'm not talking about them. We're talking about the ones who really tapped in, man. And even then, I'm going to get you an example where we have to be wise even with that. Verse 22, "But if thou shalt indeed obey his voice and do all that I speak, then I will be an enemy unto your enemies. So you got to understand this. We have to understand this, family. Man, if the Father is on your side, whoever your enemy, man, them folks is grass. You know what I'm saying? We want to be linked in like that. Obedience brings in the favor. Disobedience brings in all of the calamity, man. He says, and an adversary unto thine adversaries. That's what we want. For mine angels shall go before thee and bring thee in unto the Amorites and the Hittites and the Perizzites and the Canaanites, the Hivites and the Jebusites. It says, and I will cut them off. Now, all these nations are children of Ham. They descend from Ham. And these same nations, they had a pantheon of false gods. They were polytheistic. They believed in the God of the weather and fertility and, you know, the storms and the rain and all these different types of gods. So there's another thing. We can't be trying to link in with these false gods, and that's what's happening. Some people feel like, well, the Father ain't moving fast enough. He told me to do this, and it still ain't came to manifest or fruition. So then now you get the dibbling and dabbling in all these other false religions and playing with these other gods. Jebusite, just a little FYI, the Jebusites is for the land of Jebus, which that's the original name of Jerusalem. All right, but continuing on. Verse 24 says, thou shalt not bow down to their gods, nor serve them, nor do after their works. But thou shalt utterly overthrow them and quite break down their images. So it's another message that is the Father, you know, lead and guide. It's a lot of false gods in this country throughout the world altogether. 25. It says, and ye shall serve the Most High your power, and he shall bless thy bread and thy water, and I will take sickness away from the midst of thee. So we want that bread of life. We want the living water so that we can have healing, like what it tells us in 2 Chronicles. All right, so he's not just talking about sustaining us physically. 26 says, there shall nothing cast their young, nor be barren in thy land. The number of thy days I will fulfill. Now, this is what I'm getting to. This right here. This right here. He's so cold. 27. He says, I will send my fear before thee. He already done put the fear of you on different people. He had already set his presence before you at the job. You know what I mean? With the light company and all these other folks. He done already sent his favor before you when we in obedience. This is what he's telling us. He says, and will destroy all the people to whom thou shalt come. And I will make all thine enemies turn their backs unto thee. I'm going to look, that you're going to chase them. You're going to run them off. They're not going to be able to stand before you because he's an enemy to your enemies and an adversary to your adversaries. But what's happening, so many people, you being buddy with the adversary. 28 says, and I will send hornets before thee, which shall drive out the Hivite and the Canaanite and the Hittite from before thee. 29. I will not drive them out from before thee in 1 year. Thank you, Father. It says, lest the land become desolate and the beasts of the field multiply against thee. By little and little, I will drive them out before thee until thou be increased and inherit the land. Now, what does this mean for us? The Father letting us know, man, I'm not going to do it all of a sudden at one point in time. He said, I'm going to do it just in increments. I'm going to do it a little by little, just a piece by piece. And his wisdom in it because he said, lest the land become desolate. So we got to, here's the example. We're about to be moved and transplanted into a new land. But the current people who occupying the land, they already been tilling, growing food, and they've been nurturing the land and all of that. If he just destroy them all at once, then that leave work for you to do. So the Father saying, I ain't going to do it all of a sudden. I'm going to let your enemies build it up for you. I'm going to let them build it up for you so that when you transition into the land, it's going to be smooth. Then he said, what he say? And the beasts of the field multiply against thee. So even those, your enemies who are already occupying these spaces, who are already trying to stop the plan that the Father got for us, so I'm going to use them against the extra threats. The beasts, these other little minor creatures and pushbacks and problems that can come up. I'm going to allow them to handle that for you. This will happen when we stick to his plan, though. The enemy is aware of this. So if he can get you out of his plan, you suffer from the beasts and the extra threats. The transition ain't going to be smooth as it could be. This is what the enemy want, man. But what the Father say is way greater. Say about little and little, lest the land become desolate. That's why you ain't got to get in and do all the heavy lift. They done already done it for you. Real one, we in Exodus 23, 29 and 30. 31 says, and I will set thy bounds from the Red Sea, even unto the sea of the Philistines, and from the desert unto the river, for I will deliver the inhabitants of the land into your hand, and thou shalt drive them out before thee. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. Gotta be careful who you making covenants with, who you linking in with, who you calling your friend, who you calling your brothers and sisters. Just because, okay, y'all had a few laughs, man, what God do you serve? Who is your God? You know what I'm saying? Who you give homage and praise to? I don't mind you. Yeah, you can have a good laugh with a straight up Satanist, man. A demonic person can be funny. You know what I'm saying? They can be attractive. You know what I'm saying? So like, now we got to go beyond that. This thing's spiritual. The plan for the Father that the Father have for us. He given us the guidelines. 33 says, they shall not dwell in our land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto you. It's going to be a snare to us. So when we go outside of his plan and we choose these false gods of the world, yeah, it becomes a trap to us. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, on it, let's go to Proverbs 29. He says it's going to be a snare to you. Man, that means you trapped. You can't move. You cannot move freely the way you want to move, man. You bound. And what the Messiah tell us, he said, lest they first bind the strong man. Then he can come in and overtake. Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29:25. Yup. Look at that. The Father is awesome. I'm going to hit 24 first. All right, so it says, whoso is partner with a thief hateth his own soul. Be careful who you linked in with. It says, he heareth cursing and bewrayeth it not. He don't have no opposition to it. But 25 is why we come here. It says, the fear of man bringeth a snare. And the people afraid of people more than they're afraid of the one who created people. It said, but whoso putteth his trust in the Most High shall be safe. So even on, whatever, I don't care how impossible the mission may seem, how impossible the assignment might seem, if the Father gave it to you to do, he's gonna make way for you to accomplish that. You're going to have the pushback along the journey, because this is just for him to show you even more. I'm with you. I'm the one who guiding you. Don't worry about who come up against you with doubting. And they say, well, you ain't going to make it. It ain't going to be good. It's going to turn out like that, man. You listen to what the Father told you. You know what I'm saying? But you will have it. I talk about this. I have in different cases. You had where we reading in the same chapter. The Messiah asked the disciples, man, they saying I'm this and they saying I'm that. Man, who y'all say I am? Peter like, man, you the son of the living God. He said, man, only heaven can have revealed that to you, Peter. You keep reading it, he get to telling him, the Messiah get to telling him, I got to go to Jerusalem to be sacrificed. The same Peter. No, you can't do that. We love you, man. Christ had to rebuke him. Man, Satan, get behind me, man. You not speaking the things of the Father. Saying that to say that it's we have to take it a day at a time, a moment at a time. The same person who can be in your corner for good in the right circumstances might be a good intention, but every good intention don't mean that it's from the Most High. He don't want his master to die. He don't want the Messiah to die. But if he didn't, we wouldn't have the adoption. You know what I'm saying? We wouldn't have that mediator on this side. The veil wouldn't have been rent wherever we at in the earth. Man, we can go to the Father. We ain't got to be on the mountain of Jerusalem. We ain't got to be in Samaria or in the land at all. He said, man, wherever you at, in truth and in spirit, you can worship me. So if he hadn't went through that, if he would allow Peter's love for him, you know what I'm saying, to stop him, like I said, with the path, the devil ain't gonna always pop up in a form that he coming aggressively. Man, stop that. You ain't, and coming against you, opposing like that, threatening you. Sometimes it come with, look, oh man, it's okay. You can chill. You can rest. It's all right. You don't gotta do that. No, man, and sometimes that's not of the Father. Let's keep going though. Psalm 125. Psalm 125, family. Definitely, our will is not his will. We want to be aligned with his will. Yes, indeed. Psalm 125, verse 3, where I'm starting. It says, for the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. So you got to imagine, it's like when we moving in obedience and we actually adhering to the Father's instructions. You know what I'm saying? We following the example set by the Messiah. We living and operating, exhibiting the fruits of the Holy Spirit. It's like we in a bubble. You know what I'm saying? You got things that's going to come up. You're going to have little problems. You can have a headache. You know what I'm saying? You can get sick here and there or whatever. That's just for us to be more appreciative of the blessing he loads us with daily, that every day you don't feel like that. But nonetheless, I'm saying it's like we in this bubble. The only way the adversary can actually have power or authority to be effective against us is if we stretch forth our hand to sin. If we say, I want to get out this bubble and go transgress against you, Father. I want to go commit this sin. Then you give your the power to the enemy to be over you. Yeah, then you become subject to those wiles and devices. But as long as we stay in his will, man, we protected, we safe. For the rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth their hands unto iniquity. Do good, O Holy One, unto those that be good, and to them that are upright in their hearts. In the heart. So this ain't something where you upright just in display to people. You just look good. It's just a show. Now, internally, your inner man, your inner woman, your inner child, your inner team. This is what you is on the inside, where people can't see your thoughts. You thinking upright. It's honorable. You know what I'm saying? Your intention spun from a foundation of love and sincerity. You know what I mean? That's what he's telling us. The Father looking at the inner man, the inner person. This is what make you even more suitable for an assignment if you ain't got one. Verse 5 says, as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, when you go away from the Father's plan, as for such as turn aside unto their crooked ways, the Most High shall lead them forth with the workers of iniquity. But peace shall be upon Israel. Peace going to be on his people. Which brings me to a point. what I said I'm going to show some videos, right? For educational purposes, fair use. What's going on as the mission given to us collectively is to be the light to the world. People supposed to see Israelites, the children of Israel, the sincere believers, as, you know what I mean, ambassadors of righteousness. You know what I mean? So it's a lot of things that come up, stigmas and all of that, to create discourse, throw people off. And that's just Satan working in a lot of cases. But matter of fact, before I get, I want to stay where we at right now. We'll get to those videos. Let me, yes, indeed. Let's go to Luke, man. Let's go to Luke 22. All praise to the Most High. Luke chapter 22. The Father know he good, man. He know he awesome. And that ain't even the words to describe him for real. That's just what we can come up with. Excuse me. According to what we know. Luke 22. Let's go. Yeah. 31. Luke chapter 22, 31. So the Father got a plan for us. And the imitator, the hater of our good, he got a plan for us too, man. Luke 22, 31 says, and the Messiah said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. You got to understand that. Man, the devil got a desire to have us, man. He want us. The dark kingdom wants us. He want another agent. He want another person to be out here promoting nonsense and sin. He wants somebody to be out here promoting wickedness. That's why it's a huge salute, man, to the older people who made a decision, any of us, but I just want to highlight the elders right now. And I'm not talking about an elder who teaching, them too, but just older people, man, who have made a decision to say, you know what, man, I'm going to submit to the Most High, man. I'm going to submit to the Father and do live my life according to what's pleasing to him. Because you got so many old people out here who they don't have no wisdom. They jealous of the young people. They hate the young people. They afraid of the young people. They teaching the young people evil, man. And they keeping the cycle of transgression going. So those of you who said, man, I'm done with the club, and you could have been an old man, still to my mind, I'm thugging, man. Look at me, man. Roll one up, bro. I'm the OG on the block. You could have been like that. But instead, what you doing, man? Let me pray, man. Let me get into my word, man. Grandma ain't out there twerking. You know what I mean? Grandma ain't on no website doing unseemly things. So all praises to the Most High, but Satan desires to have you. Not just you, your children, your friends, your siblings, he desires your household. All right, so definitely as we working, because you counterproductive to what he's pushing. When you walking in the light. Read it again. It says, and the Messiah said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan have desired to have you. Off. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. So he ain't tell him that he ain't going to be able to do nothing to you at all. Look, when you understand what he tell him here, look, you going to go through a little bit. This is why I said I pray for your faith not to fail. Man, keep believing. Don't let these folks come with this discouraging and doubting spirit. Don't let them overpower your faith in what the Father already revealed to you to be true. You keep going. He said, man, don't let your faith fail. So we get into situations circumstances, and it is pressing. It is very challenging. It can be scary even, man, because it's the unknown. But guess what, man? If we hold on and we press forth in that faith, what I'm telling you that I know without a doubt, if you trust and believe in him, he gonna work it out, man. You gonna be straight. You ain't even gotta worry. All right, so the enemy want to creep in and cause you to not believe. If you lose faith, that's when you lose. Let me see what I want more on this. Yeah, this is all I wanted on it. Yeah, so to show you that Satan got a plan for us, man. He want to cut us off. He want to sift us like wheat. Let's go to 1 Kings. Let's go to 1 Kings, man. You got 2 Samuel, then you got 1 Kings. 1 Kings 12. Yes, indeed. All right. So a little history. You had the kingdom, the 12 tribes was unified under David. Then it was unified under his son Solomon. When Solomon sinned, after that, the kingdom was split into two. You had the northern kingdom and you had the southern kingdom. All right. So Israel, the children of Israel end up having two kings. You had the king of the southern kingdom. You had the king of the northern kingdom. The northern kingdom was labeled or understood and recognized as Israel. The southern kingdom was labeled, recognized as Judah. All right, so now we got that backstory. What we're finna read about is the king of the northern kingdom, something that happened. Just to give you a little backstory so it won't seem like this is just super random. 1 Kings 25, but we still on once the Father give us instructions. He give you something specific for you, whether he send it through a dream, whether he speak to you in you, you know what I mean, and give you this urge and this sense of doing something. Stay the course. All right, so we in 1 Kings 12, verse 25. I just read. It says, then Jeroboam built Shechem and Mount Ephraim, and dwelt therein, and went out from thence, and built Penuel. And Jeroboam said in his heart, check that out now. What are you saying in your heart? What you saying in your spirit, in your mind? He says, now shall the kingdom return to the house of David. If this people go up to do sacrifice in the house of the Most High at Jerusalem, because Jerusalem was a part of the southern kingdom, he says, then shall the heart of this people turn again unto their Lord, meaning David, even unto Rehoboam, well, David's son, Rehoboam, Solomon's son, even unto Rehoboam, king of Judah, and they shall kill me and go again to Rehoboam, king of Judah. So in his mind, he already deviated from the Father's plan. If you read the chapters prior to that, this is why he finna get checked. All right, but this man, like so many, the Father been and already gave us instructions. Our mind goes into a place where we say, well, if the people I'm no longer popular with the people, I'm no longer accepted by the people, I'm afraid of that. What if these people want to go against me? Start having respect to person. Start their snare coming in. Watch this. Verse 28 says, whereupon the king took counsel and made 2 calves of gold and said unto them, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Because the instruction given was that to celebrate these holy days, the three main ones, said all the children of Israel, definitely the men, they need to come to Jerusalem. So he's saying that those who was a part of the northern kingdom will have to leave that land to go into the southern kingdom to keep the feast. He like, man, but if they go down there in the feast, man, they ain't gonna come back. They gonna want to stay down there. But I want them to come back to me. That's not a part of the Father's plan. All right. So he ended up making 2 idols, calves of gold. Then he tried to discourage the people. Hey man, it's the way too far for you. This the king talking. So we got to be mindful of these type of things, man. What the people saying and what's going on in us. Say, it is too much for you to go up to Jerusalem. Behold thy gods, O Israel, which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt. And he set the one in Bethel and the other put he in Dan. And this thing became a sin. For the people went to worship before the one, even unto Dan, because they supposed to be going to Jerusalem. Verse 31 says, and he made a house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. He doing his own thing. He's stepping outside of the Father's plan. He constantly doing stuff. You done made calves of gold, idols, the people worshiping. You done changed the place of worship. Then he turned around and made priests of folks who not even descending from the Levitical bloodline. The dude is cutting up sideways going against the Father's plan. Watch this. Verse 31, and he made an house of high places and made priests of the lowest of the people, which were not of the sons of Levi. And Jeroboam ordained the feast in the 8th month, on the 15th day of the month, like unto the feast that is in Judah. And he offered upon the altar. So did he in Bethel, sacrificing unto the calves that he had made. And he placed in Bethel the priest of the high places, which he had made. All right, so now he's even changing the day. So it's supposed to be the 7th month, the 15th day. He said, no, we're going to do it the 8th day, the 8th month, 15th day. Going outside of the Most High's plan. And doing it knowingly. So you know it's the spirit of Satan that's working. Continuing on. Says, so he offered upon the altar which he had made in Bethel the 15th day of the 8th month, even in the month which he had devised of his own heart. Which he devised of his own heart. So somebody dropped it in the chat earlier. Man, we want to be aligned with the will of the Father. You got it where in the world they say, follow your heart. Trust in your heart. That ain't what the book say. That ain't what the Creator told us. In his infinite wisdom, you can't trust your heart. He said it's desperately wicked. All right, but this dude moving according to his own plan, not the Father's. It says, and ordained a feast unto the children of Israel. And he offered upon the altar and burnt incense. Chapter 13. Now this the part like highlighting, going into the highlight of, man, we listen to the voice of the Most High. We're going to obey and heed what he say. Obey him rather than man. All right, 13:1 says, and behold, there came a man of the Most High out of Judah by the word of the Most High unto Bethel. And Jeroboam stood by the altar to burn incense. And he cried. So this man, this is a prophet here. He was sent by the Father to check Jeroboam for his transgressions. Verse 2 says, and he cried against the altar in the word of the Most High and said, O altar, altar, thus saith the Most High, behold, a child shall be born unto the house of David, Josiah by name. And upon thee shall he offer the priests of the high places that burn incense upon thee. And men's bones shall be burnt upon thee. So he prophesying that this new king that's going to rise, he going to put bodies on the altar. This is a sacred relic right here. Don't nobody supposed to be burnt up, not no human. Say, but he going to be burning priests. All right, verse 3 says, and he gave a sign the same day, saying, this is the sign which the Most High have spoken. Behold, the altar shall be rent. It's going to be broken, split into two, however you want to put that. It says, and the ashes that are upon it shall be poured out. And it came to pass when King Jeroboam heard the saying of the man of the Most High, which had cried against the altar in Bethel, that he put forth his hand from the altar, saying, lay hold on him. And his hand, which he put forth against him, dried up, so that he could not pull it in again to him. So he mad basically. He's offended at this truth. He offended at the word of the Most High that only came from his disobedience, trying to do his own thing. Hey, grab him. Hey, stop, dude, man. Grab that man. This is how he coming. But as he stretched forth his hand to try to get the prophet seized, his hand dried up. Keep going. Watch this. It says the altar also was rent, and the ashes poured out from the altar, according to the sign which the man of the Most High had given by the word of the Most High. And the king answered and said unto the man of the Most High, entreat now the face of the Lord, thy power, and pray for me, that my hand may be restored me again. And the man of the Most High besought the Most High, and the king's hand was restored him again, and became as it was before. So I don't want y'all to miss this. Look at how the Father is working with the man of God, this prophet right here. Like we heard this got a lot of meat in it right here. We try to get as much of it off the bone as we can. Verse 7 says, and the king said unto the man of the Most High, come home with me and refresh thyself, and I will give thee a reward. And the man of the Most High said unto the king, if thou wilt give me half thine house, I will not go in with thee. Neither will I eat bread nor drink water in this place. For so was it charged me by the word of the Most High, saying, eat no bread, nor drink water, nor turn again by the same way that thou camest. He said, man, don't get comfortable. The place where I'm sending you to, this mission I gave you, you don't get comfortable there. But what happened with a lot of people when he give us the plan, the mission, the game? We go out on the assignment. A lot of people start off good, then they get woe out. He said, man, now I was charged by the Most High that I can't sit here and eat and drink with you. Neither can I go back the same way I came. And a lot of people go backwards. When they say, well, I thought the Father was moving me to do this. You know what I mean? I'm talking about those who it's been proven he is dealing with you. And as you go out to do what he commanded you to do, the pushback come, you go back to the world. He said, no, you don't go back the same way you came, man. Verse 10 says, so he went another way and returned not by the way that he came to Bethel. You got to keep going. Now watch this though. Verse 11 says, now there dwelt an old prophet. Check this out. This code right here. Now there dwelt an old prophet in Bethel. And his sons came and told him all the works that the man of God had done that day in Bethel. The words which he had spoken unto the king, them they told also to their father. He's a prophet now. This old prophet hearing about this young prophet. Verse 12 says, and their father said unto them, what way went he? For his sons had seen what way the man of God went, which came from Judah. And he said unto his sons, saddle me the donkey. So they saddled him the donkey, and he rode thereon. We in 1 Kings 13, family. 1 Kings chapter 13, verse 14 now. It says, and went after the man of God and found him sitting under an oak. And he said unto him, art thou the man of God that camest from Judah? And he said, I am. Then he said unto him, come home with me and eat bread. Now he's saying the same thing the king said. Watch this. He said, and he said, I may not return with thee, nor go in with thee, neither will I eat bread nor drink water with thee in this place. For it was said to me by the word of the Most High, thou shalt eat no bread nor drink water there, nor turn again to go by the way that thou camest. Verse 18, here we go, highlight them. I got to highlight this again. Let me put an extra highlight on him. It said, he said unto him, this is what the old prophet responded, I am a prophet also. I am a prophet also as thou art. And an angel spake unto me by the word of the Lord, saying, bring him back with thee into thine house, that he may eat bread and drink water. But he lied unto him. But he lied to the prophet. Now you got to look at this, man. Everybody who come up to you, who want to approach you and say, hey, I love you, or man, I got a word from God for you, or they coming as friends, or saying that they on the same thing you want. This prophet lied, man. He old. He said, I'm a prophet too. And I had a dream, or an angel told me to bring you into my house, and lied to that man. What's his response? Watch this. 19. So he went back with him and did eat bread in his house and drank water. So this what we get to. This the point. This the highlight. The father then already told him, hey man, don't you eat or drink wherever you go, and don't return the same way back. He done already laid out. You don't need a second opinion. Why would the father give this man another message if he done already spoken to the prophet himself already? If he done already spoke to you and told you what to do. Let's look at the example or reference the example. When the prophet had to go tell King Hezekiah that the father said, hey, get your house in order, you finna die. The prophet came in and told King Hezekiah that. King Hezekiah turned to the wall, prayed, Father, remember my account. The prophet and left now. Said before the prophet could leave completely, he out there in the inner court, the father spoke to that prophet again. Hey, go tell him I added some more years to his life, man. Same flavor. Why would the prophet, the man from Judah, who then went and told the king, look, man, look, this was finna happen. Then he took the king, said, hey, man, sit down with me. I can't do that, bro. I got to go a different way. Then you get this old prophet. This what happened. The respect of persons. The respect of positions. The respect of recognition and popularity. See, it's easy for him to reject the king because, like, I came on this mission anyway against you because of the sin you done committed. But here it is, man. It's another prophet. You know what? Let me let my guards down. Maybe God did. Maybe the Most High did. Maybe Ahia, maybe Yahuwah, maybe Yahweh did tell him. Maybe y'all did tell him that or her that. Whole time the person is lying. That's a wicked thing, man. But look at what this lie. Look at what happened from him. This prophet deviating from what the father then already gave him. Don't you sit down. If he ain't want him to sit down and eat, if he changed his mind and said, yeah, you can sit down with him and eat or go back to saying, he would have spoke to him. So we get to listening to these other voices, man, and end up in trouble. Watch this, verse 20 says, and it came to pass, as they sat at the table, that the word of the Lord came unto the prophet that brought him back. Look at this. This cold right here. And he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah. So the lying prophet, now he's actually getting a word from the Most High. In the midst of the man of Judah being disobedient, he says, and he cried unto the man of God that came from Judah, saying, thus saith the Lord, for as much as thou hast disobeyed the mouth of the Most High, and has not kept the commandment which the Most High thy power commanded thee, but camest back and has eaten bread and drunk water in his place, of the which the Most High did say to thee, eat no bread and drink no water, thy carcass shall not come unto the sepulchre of thy father. Because of that, you gonna die in the path. Because you disobeyed, because you listened to another voice, because you went outside of my plan. Listen, because you yielded to Satan's instruction. Satan can get in a prophet too, a prophetess too. Man, it's like choose this day who you gonna serve. That means we gotta be choosing this thing every day, all throughout the day. It's no one-time decision, man. He said, but because you disobeyed, man, yo, look, you're not gonna even experience your body won't get a proper burial. You're gonna die in foreign land. Verse 23, he said, and it came to pass, after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, that he settled for him to dunk it, to wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back. You gotta, man, look, let's just go there. Look, you gotta imagine. This man then completed the first portion of the assignment. The old prophet coming begging for him, hey, come eat with me. And in the midst of them eating, hold up, it's like, hold on, you told me an angel told you to bring me to come back to eat with you. Now you telling me the Father then pronounced this heavy judgment against me? My appetite would have been gone. But 23, it says, and it came to pass, after he had eaten bread and after he had drunk, that he saddled for him the donkey, to wit, for the prophet whom he had brought back. And when he was gone, a lion met him by the way and slew him. And his carcass was cast in the way, and the donkey stood by it. The lion also stood by the carcass. And behold, men passed by and saw the carcass cast in the way, and a lion standing by the carcass. And they came and told it in the city where the old prophet dwelt. And when the prophet that brought him back from the way heard thereof, he said, it is the man of the Most High, who was disobedient unto the word of the Most High. He went outside the plan. He went outside the plan. It's too much blessings, too many blessings, too much mercy, too much greatness if we stick to the plan, man. But when we go outside, it's a lion waiting for us. Like the book says, Satan go to and fro. So he like a roaring lion seeking who he can devour. So when you go outside of the plan of the Most High, man, that lion waiting on you, man. He said, therefore the Most High have delivered him unto the lion, which have torn him and slain him according to the word of the Most High, which he spake unto him. Man, I don't even think I want no more on that one. I think we get the point right there. Read the rest of that in your own time. Let's see. Hold up. Yeah. I think that's cool. Let's go to Nehemiah. So stick to the plan that the Father done laid out, man. We don't want to, I flip right to it. I'll pray to the Most High. Man. That man, he done yielded to another voice, man. Stay the course for what the Father gave you. What he put on you to do, man, stick to it, man. Complete the assignment, man. We in Nehemiah chapter 2, though. So what else come with the plan that the Father give us? We talking about as he give us these assignments and instructions, things for us to do. He give us visions. You know what I mean? Sometimes, with all the time, it's a great work of faith too. You know what I'm saying? But within that, people will have a feeling of being afraid that, man, is this really the will of the Father? And that's natural. You know what I'm saying? That's actually an honorable mind state and mentality to have. You end up finding after you go through with it, like, okay, the Father confirmed it, like, yeah, there was the Father giving me that for sure. You know what I'm saying? And people will confirm it for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you've been in, like, you have this person on your spirit. I need to reach out and check on so and so. I need to holler at them. Then next thing you like, maybe a day pass, 2 days pass. Like, it's still on your spirit though. And you finally reach out. If they don't, beat you to it. Sometimes they end up calling. Like, man, bro, I was supposed to call you. You didn't call me. You know what I mean? But in other cases, when we actually go through, you call and check on that person. You know what I mean? And you end up saying something that they needed to hear. They like, man, I was just thinking about you yesterday, man. I was just telling somebody about you 20 minutes ago. That type of stuff. The Father will confirm it on the other end for you, man. All right, but we in Nehemiah chapter 2. I'm going to start with one to get us some context of what we extracting from this portion. You know what I'm saying? This portion of the oracles. So we in Nehemiah 2 verse 1. It says, and it came to pass in the month Nisan. You know what? Do I want that? Yeah, I started. It says, in the 20th year of Artaxerxes the king, The wine was before him, and I took up the wine and gave it unto the king. Now I had not been before time sad in his presence. So Nehemiah, being a cupbearer, you know what I'm saying? He close to the king. Like every time he done popped up or he done been around the king, his countenance was up. He was upbeat, or he wasn't in a state where you could even tell something was bothering him. Verse 2. Wherefore the king said unto me, why is thy countenance sad, seeing thou art not sick? This is nothing else but sorrow of heart. Then I was very sore afraid, because the king got the power. Like, bro, you need to pick yourself up. Hey, I'm going to remove you. The king got enough power that even if he don't like you being sad around, he can have you killed for that. You know what I'm saying? That's how much authority a king has. This is why he shook. He's like, I got to straighten up. Hold on. Verse 3 says, and said unto the king, let the king live forever. Why should not my countenance be sad? When the city, the place of my father's sepulchres, lieth waste, and the gates thereof are consumed with fire. So my homeland is destroyed. You know what I mean? The place where I'm from, you know what I mean? Like it's in shambles. I'm sad about my place, the land of my nativity, my stomping grounds, my old hood. You know what I mean? If you want to put it in terms like that. Verse 4 says, then the king said unto me, for what dost thou make request? So what you want then? So I prayed to the Most High power of heaven. All right, let's slow it down right here. We got to understand. He's linked in with the king. He already is connected with authority. The king asked him, man, what you want then? He didn't just go off and say, I want this. He went and talked to the Father. He went and talked to the Most High. He said he prayed. And in the midst of prayer, if you don't notice, this is where a lot of them downloads come from. This is where he speak to you. This is why I'm not telling a person that you're going to hear him audibly outside of you, the way I'm talking to you. I'm saying he would speak to you on the inside of you, give you, you know this ain't a thought that come from you, man. This is some wisdom out of this world. Y'all, hold up, man, where that come from? That type of stuff. All right, so enough people don't pray or don't value prayer. They don't talk to the Most High enough for him to even talk back to him or them to recognize his voice. All right, said, but he prayed to the power of heaven. Verse 5. So after he prayed, it says, and I said unto the king, if it please the king, and if thy servant have found favor in thy sight, that thou wouldest send me unto Judah, unto the city of my father's sepulchres, that I may build it. So within the prayer that the father gave him the game, this is the assignment. I need you to go build up that wall, man. You got some good on the intention that you have to build a wall. I like that. All right, go ahead, do that. Now watch how it works when we move in obedience of the assignment that the Father give us. When we stick to his plan. It says, and the king said unto me, the queen also sitting by him, for how long shall thy journey be? And when wilt thou return? So it pleased the king to send me, and I set him a time. The favor of the Father activated immediately. It was already present. He said, man, you want to, how long is it going to take you? So now the king is ready to help him with the mission. So when the Father give us assignment, he put people in our lives and on the path of the journey of life that will help us. Verse 7 says, moreover, I said unto the king, if it please the king, let us be given me to the governors beyond the river, that they may convey me over till I come into Judah. And a letter unto Asaph, the keeper of the king's forest, that he may give me timber to make beams for the gates of the palace, which appertain to the house, and for the wall of the city, and for the house that I shall enter into. And the king granted me according to the good hand of my power upon me. So the favor, you know what I'm saying? When he give us an assignment, man, it's already equipped with favor. You know what I mean? And sometimes what it takes is you to continue on the path in order to run into the right person. You know what I mean? Who is able to help you, who the Father then already touched to be you know what I'm saying, assistant with the mission or the assignment that he didn't already gave you. Verse 9 says, then I came to the governors beyond the river and gave them the king's letters. Now the king had sent captains of the army and horsemen with me, sent protection with you too. I don't care what threats come up, man. If we hold fast and we actually doing what he tell us, the Father then already sent angels. I keep 10,000 with me. I keep 10,000 angels around me at all times, sir. So it's likewise to all the believers if we gonna line up with the will of the Father. You know what I mean? So when we go outside of that though, that's where we get into danger. Verse 10 says, when Sanballat the Horonite and Tobiah the servant, the Ammonite, heard of it, it grieved them exceedingly that there was come a man to seek the welfare of the children of Israel. Man, see, and it get to hurting the people who Satan's servants. They got assignments too, man. You know what I mean? So you got to understand that when you set out to do the Father's will, it's gonna cause other people, certain people, some people, those who are against them, it's gonna cause people to be hurt, mad, upset, and want to stop you. They don't like that. You bring in too much light, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember a dream my mama had shared with me, you know, if she don't mind me speaking on it a little bit. But in the dream, she like, man, she had a light, you know what I'm saying? And it was a lot of darkness in the world. You know what I mean? There was this lady who, she was offended. She mad, like, man, cut that light off. Put that light out. And that's the mentality of the wicked people. They want a world of darkness where it ain't no light and love and truth, where the spirit of the Most High ain't present. That's what they want. So when you come in on your assignment from him, they want to put that light out, man. They want to put that light out. I'm jumping over to chapter 4. Jumping over to chapter 4. Nehemiah 4, man. So Sanballat and his partner, they grieved. Nehemiah 4:1 says, but it came to pass that when Sanballat heard that we builded the wall, he was wroth and took great indignation and mocked the Jews. This dude mad, man. So now he coming up and you got verbal threats and verbal provocations. People saying stuff, picking at you, making little comments. It happened on Facebook all the time. Being messy. Trying to stir up to get you. Remember the bubble I talked about earlier? They trying to get you to come outside the bubble, man. So they can't meet you as physical. They can't really, it's a barrier between y'all because you on assignment from the Most High. They can't lay hands on you. You know what I'm saying? That you guard it. So what they is, I can't get over the gate. I gotta talk. Hey. Now they, you know what I'm saying, spearing little insults out to get you to come open the gate and come out to them. That's what they want, man. Verse 2 says, and he spake before his brethren and the army of Samaria and said, what do these feeble Jews? Will they fortify themselves? Will they sacrifice? Will they make an end in a day? Will they revive the stones out of the heaps of the rubbish which are burned? You know what I'm saying? So he mocking. Now Tobiah the Ammonite was by him, and he said, even that which they build, if a fox go up, he shall even break down their stone walls. So he said, man, what they building is feeble, is weak. It's not going to stand. It's not going to be successful. It's not strong. It's not firm. It's not fortified. This is how they coming. Verse 4 says, hear, O our powerful, we are despised, and turn their reproach upon their own head, and give them for a prey in the land of captivity, and cover not their iniquity, and let not their sin be blotted out before thee. For they have provoked thee to anger before the builders. So built we the wall, and all the wall was joined together unto the half thereof, for the people had a mind to work. All right. So I'm gonna pause it here and share this video, man. Let me get some of this information in. So as we have a mind to do his will, you got other people that got minds to stop it. This is why we going here. Stick to the Father's plan, man. No matter what come up, who don't go up, you do what he told you. All right, so what's happening? Sirach 5:15 tell us, be not ignorant in any matter of small or great. And along with that, right? In Nehemiah 2, it said they was offended basically about a man who was concerned with the welfare of the children of Israel, our people. You know what I'm saying? So let me show you something. What's happening? What's happening in this strange world? Let's go here. I don't want to do all that. Let me see. I gotta log in. Hold on. I don't want to log in. All right. So I know what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do with that, I'm gonna keep the information. I wanted to show those videos, so I'll keep that for, because it is a lot. Matter of fact, I'm gonna save that for another message. Father willing, that'll be this Wednesday for real. I got caught up this past Wednesday, but I'm gonna keep that for another time. Just know that the structure is being set, and it's been set for a while. That video itself was about, the question was asked to a councilwoman from the Jewish state. And the question was, what is the biggest problem that they face? And her response was that it was the black youth of America. Now, the black youth being a problem for the state of Israel, this is the biggest problem y'all face. How is black youth, black males, as a matter of fact, in America, the main problem for these people who went into the land of Israel in 1948? All of that, I got you. It's a different points to connect the dots, man. To set it up for, in the end, we gonna be the targets like we always have been. You know what I'm saying? But because who's speaking out against these people, uncovering the fact that they not the real Jews? These folks out here street preaching and online, a lot of them, these young folks. So they trying to get out in front of that to stop it. You know what I mean? And as they set up these different devices, they really preparing it to have it set for anybody who so-called display anti-Semitism. You get the harshest punishment. So I'm gonna say that for another time. I wanted to share it. I felt like when I was trying to put the mess together, how was those two gonna work together anyway? So I see the plan. We're gonna keep going though. All right, let me flip over here to chapter 6. We still in Nehemiah, family. So we see that they had the mind to work. Sanballat and Tobiah, these other people, they got offended, but we got to remember, Nehemiah is already equipped with the favor from the Father. The king didn't already say, yeah, go. He didn't send people to protect them and everything. He didn't send letters out for other people in other lands to have things prepared for them. Remember what we started in Exodus? Where the Most High said, I got a place prepared. The land that I got prepared for you beforehand. This is how I work when we stick to the plan of the Father. Nehemiah 4, before we jump over, verse 7 said, but it came to pass that when Sanballat and Tobiah and the Arabians and the Ammonites and the Ashdodites heard that the walls of Jerusalem were made up and that the breaches began to be stopped, then they were very wroth. They mad. 8 says, and conspired all of them together to come and to fight against Jerusalem and to hinder it. All right, so I highlight that verse. He said to hinder it, so you're going to have people, you're going to have spirits, because that's what's working through these people, man. But you got to understand, folks just think, no, they dealing with a mental issue. No, people got demons on them. These folks be serving the devil, whether they know so or don't. A lot of them don't know, but listen, a lot of them do know. And they coming against people who's actually working for the kingdom of righteousness. You got to understand that. Folks get mad about that. There's a lot of people who mad. They ain't even expressed to you they mad. They around you, but they just playing it off. Got to keep that in mind, man. See, they wanted to hinder the work. They don't want their wall built. Verse 9 says, nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our power and set a watch against them day and night because of them. Let me see. Yep, I'm going to keep reading. Verse 10 says, and Judah said, the strength of the bearers of burdens is decayed, and there is much rubbish, so that we are not able to build a wall. So as that assignment, sometimes that assignment might take years, bro. Hey, sis, sometimes that assignment might take 5, 10 years, man. You know what I mean? But consistently to be ministering in his name, you got to understand his favor going to be present. And as long as we stick to the assignment, it ain't going to be nothing that's going to be able to overpower us. It might show his head. Yeah, the weapon of form, but it won't prosper though. This is what we got to keep in mind. So within it, in verse 10, is you going to get tired? Yeah. You might get tired. You might get discouraged. And you might even feel, man, I can't go on. I can't complete this, man. Keep going, man. Verse 11 says, and our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them. Till we come in the midst among them. They ain't going to know or see till we come in. So you got people watching you. These folk like spies, man. They studying you like I said earlier. It's people around you who mad. They really don't agree with you. They really don't like you. They don't like the Most High, the light that's in you. But they need to be close to keep an eye on you. So you ain't going to know till we in the midst of you. So once they come out like, hey, now I'm against you, to let you know I never cared for that. I didn't want to be a part of that. It's going to come to the shock of a lot of people. But if we heed what the oracles are letting us know, everything written aforetime was written for our learning. It ain't going to be no shocker to us. It says, and our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come in the midst among them and slay them and cause the work to cease, to stop. The devil want to stop you. So he got ministers, men and women alike. It can be a child. It can even be an animal. You got situations and circumstances and devices. You got these witches behind the scene, warlocks behind the scene. You got people who they don't even know they being used, but they look like you. They got Bibles. They go to Sabbath convocations. They done been out there street preaching. They know how to speak Hebrew. They got fringes on. She got head wraps on and everything. Yeah, but the Most High, that's why he say he look on the spirit. He looking on the inside. He ain't looking at all that. He see it, but he said, I know your true nature. I know what's going on the inside of you. Said they looking to cause the work to cease, to stop. It says, and it came to pass that when the Jews which dwelt by them came, they said unto us 10 times, from all places, when ye shall return unto us, they will be upon you. Therefore sit I in the lower places behind the wall. This is what Nehemiah did. He says, and on the higher places, I even set the people after their families with their swords, their spears and their bows. Yeah, we got to gird up too. You don't see what's going on? Y'all ain't been hearing about what's happening in the world? You don't see the state and the nature, the spirit of the environment? Yeah, the master told them at first, he said, yeah, don't worry about no sword. Y'all straight. But as the time approached for him to complete his mission, where he knew he was finna be crucified, he told the disciple, hey, look, now I want y'all to take a script with you on your journey. Now sell your garment to buy a sword because the times are hostile. And these people are going to want to kill and hurt y'all in order to stop the assignment. Everybody's assignment don't end with death, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's assignment don't end with allowing somebody to take you into captivity. That ain't the Father's plan. You're like, man, you're going to have to fight. Verse 14, it says, and I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, be not ye afraid of them. Man, don't be afraid of these folks, man. Don't be afraid of these demonic people. Man, you got the Most High with you, man. Can't nobody stand toe-to-toe with you. Only way these folks gonna conquer us is if we line up with them. Said, be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Most High, which is great and terrible. Yes, he's good, merciful, loving, kind, patient, all of that. But he's terrible too. Don't play with him. Do not play when he will leave the scene like what my brother Cephas would say. When he get through, you gonna think the devil did it. Don't play with him. He says, and fight for your brethren, your sons and your daughters, your wives and your houses. And it came to pass when our enemies heard that it was known unto us. So the Father uncovered it that y'all had a plan to spy, watch, and then infiltrate. Y'all gang stalking. Okay, the Father peeled back the, you know what I mean? This covering that they've been trying to hide under, this secret plan that they had. This my thank you, Father. In sticking to the Father's plan, the Father will reveal Satan's plan to you. Oh man, he cold. He said, be not ye afraid of them. Remember the Most High, which is great and terrible, and fight for your brethren, for your people, your sons, and your daughters, your wives, and your houses. And it came to pass when our enemies heard that it was known unto us. Now we know what y'all on. Now we see how y'all was trying to come. It says, and the Most High had brought their counsel to naught, uncovered their devil plan, revealed it. Thank you, Father. Said that we returned all of us to the wall, everyone unto his work. Get back to business, man. Get back to work. Get back on your assignment. Get back to the mission. You know what I'm saying? Get back to what he told you. 16 says, and it came to pass from that time forth that the half of my servants wrought in the work, and the other half of them held both the spears, the shields, and the bows, and the habergeons, and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. So half of the people working, they on assignment. The other half of the people, hey, watch out. Hey, make sure y'all peeping them corners right there. Who was there coming up the street? Everybody on point. So everybody's assignment is different. You know what I'm saying? Your assignment might be to build in a team. You can't get mad at that brother or sister because they don't get mad as you get when something happens. Because they not as ready to go to war like you is. That's not for them. They the builders. This is the one who gonna plant the food. This the one who doing the research on what we need to do, how to handle the livestock. This the one who figuring out how we gonna make the clothes for ourselves once the system go down, as Babylon is crumbling and collapsing. This the one that he got the scientific mind like, man, we finna have us some gasoline. This who that is. You can't get mad at him or her because they ain't holding the firearm and the rifle. He gave it to you to be like that. You know what I'm saying? So everybody got different assignments. Some is the ones who building on the wall. Some is the ones that's protecting the ones that's building. Both of them need it. If without the protection, the wall don't get complete. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to be out there on guard the whole time. So we need the wall built up so they can come into the kingdom. And guess what? The fruits and vegetables that he planted, that you protecting, you going to eat that. You know what I'm saying? So everything's supposed to work in synergy, man. Man, the Father word is so beautiful. I don't get it. These folks don't want it. That's crazy. Here we go. Verse 17 says, they which build it on the wall, and they that bear burdens with those that laid it, which is loaded, everyone with one of his hands wrought in the work, and with the other hand held a weapon. So even people working, I'm painting while I got the pistol. Like I'm looking out while I'm painting too. So we doing the work at the same time while we still on guard and aware of the environment and the threats that is opposed against us, the potential threats that even lie at the door. This is what the Father letting us know. Stick to his assignment though, man. Don't let nothing stop you. Said, for the builders, everyone had his sword girded by his side, and so builded. And he that sounded the trumpet was by me. Let me see if I want more on this. We ain't got that much more, might as well. 19 says, and I said unto the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, the work is great and large. This is why the prayer is, Father, send more laborers into the harvest. We need more people out there waking our folks up with this truth, man. Speaking his word, contending with evil. It says, and we are separated upon the wall, one far from another. So yeah, the next person who has a kindred spirit might be in a whole nother city and state. But the Father's so cold, he said, look, I done set it up to where you ain't even got to be present with your neighbor. All you got to do is pray. Talk to me about them. And the things that you petition me for them on their behalf, I'll do it. That's how cold the Father is. All right. 20 says, in what place, therefore, ye hear the sound of the trumpet, resort ye thither unto us. Our power shall fight for us. We got to remember that, man. We just vessels he used in the physical, but the battle is his. It's for his glory. Then you got to remember that, because sometimes what happened on an assignment or as we operate in the plan of the Most High, we start forgetting that it's his plan, not ours. Now we moving to try to do it like we want. Now you get to acting like Jeroboam. 1 Kings 12. Now you get to acting like him. And destruction comes with that. It says, so we labored in the work, and half of them held the spears from the rising of the morning till the stars appear all day long. Likewise, at the same time, said unto the people, let everyone with his servant lodge within Jerusalem, that in the night they may be a guard to us and labor on the day. So neither I nor my brethren, nor my servants, nor the men of the guard which follow me, none of us put off our clothes, saving that everyone put them off for washing. The only time we letting our guards down is when we finna go take a shower or a bath. Only time we finna go clean out, we taking care of the hygiene. Other than that, we on point, man. And that can even turn to a message. Let's go to that water, man. I'm talking about water baptism. Yes, I am. You got people who say, man, we're going to follow Christ and do everything that he said. We're going to speak with authority like he did. We're going to cast out demons like he did. We're going to contend with the Pharisees and Sadducees like he did. But when it come to getting in their water like he did, like that, I ain't going to do that, though. Come on, man. I'm jumping to chapter 6, though. Nehemiah chapter 6. Nehemiah chapter 6. Let's see. Let's see what I want from here. I'm going to get it right on the nose. 15 and 16. 15 and 16. Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 15. I'm almost done, too. Yeah, Nehemiah chapter 6, verse 15 says, so the wall was finished. So read this book in your own time for sure. But I'm just going into the end part, letting you know they finished the work, man. They didn't allow the hindering spirits, the threats of the enemy, the mean faces, the mean mugs, the insults, the slurs through, the lies told, the contention and contending with. They didn't let that stop them, man. They stuck to the plan of the Most High. They saw it through. Verse 15, Nehemiah 6 and 15 says, so the wall was finished in the 25th day of the month Elul, and 50 in 2 days. And it came to pass that when all our enemies heard thereof, they heard that you completed the assignment. It says, and all the heathen that were about us saw these things. Now they seeing. they see that you did it. It said they were much cast down in their own eyes. These folks sick, man. They can't stand that. They like, man, I can't believe he actually finished. All our efforts to stop him, man, when you read it, man, you even see them folks hired some of our own priests to come in there. You had a prophetess, if you read the verses prior to, you had a prophetess to even lie. Which we know that ain't nothing new because what we read in 1 Kings 13. But said, man, all of our devices and attempts to stop him, to stop her, man, it was for nothing. This is how they coming. Says, for they perceived that this work was wrought of our power, is of the Most High, man. So if he began that work in us for us to do it, guess what? He gonna complete it, man. As long as we stick with him. But when we go outside of his will, we want to make it our plan. We want to yield to the plan of Satan. We feel like Satan got a better offering for us because this path is too challenging. He said, Satan desire to have you and sift you like wheat. It's no love in Satan for you or your people. You got to remember that. He'll party with you. He gonna take you somewhere to have some fun and all that. Yeah, just to kill you. It's never because he love you. It's never because he actually care for you. So stick to the Most High plan, man. Stick to the plan of the Father. The plan of the Most High for your life is greater than the plan than Satan for your death, man. All right, question, comments, and concerns. Like I said, I'm going to get that other information. Man, with those videos, what I'm talking about. I think I'd call it anti-Israelites. I don't know yet, but I'll share it at another hour. But for today's portion, I think it's sufficient. You know what I mean? Question, comments, and concern before we close out, man. Prayerfully, y'all got some something out of it. If you learn anything, drop it in the chat. All praise to the Most High for his goodness. I'm going to go back up through the chat and try to catch some of these comments or any question that y'all might have had. Question, comments, and concern before we close out. Let me see. Yeah, we got the volume together. Excuse me. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. His mercies are newer every second. Man, the Father cold. Let's see. Only his approval is necessary. Yes, indeed, man. So once he give it to us, we don't want to fall victim to the old prophet, man, who lied to him out an angel told him something. You know what I'm saying? Or heard something. Once the Father give it to you, stick to what the Father gave you. Just because he give you an assignment, that don't mean it's going to just be smooth sailing. You got to look, we got the perfect example, the Messiah, his mission. Them folks didn't want that man going through with what he was called to do. His purpose. And like I said too, but we can also be a hindrance to ourselves. Like look at Moses. We talking about Exodus chapter 4. He say, the Most High let him know, I done chose you to do this thing. He like, man, you got to have the wrong one. I'm not of eloquent speech. You know what I'm saying? And the Father got to get hot with him. I made the mouth and the eye and the ear. I know what I'm doing. So sometimes we can be the hindering spirit against the plan of the Most High. We can be the problem. All praise to the Most High. Oh, let's see. Yes, indeed, I pray with you too. Yes, indeed. Shabbat shalom to the whole chat. Shabbat shalom to everybody in the chat. Elder G, my thank you, bless you. You and the family. You and sis. The whole house. Yes, indeed. Let me see. Sis Alicia. Shabbat shalom to you and Amaziah. And Raja. And Asia. The whole family. Everybody who tuning in, man. Let me see what y'all saying over here. So they would listen to the world before they listen to Christ Yeshua. This is true. It happen all the time. Bless y'all. Bless everybody who bless me. And you know how the rest of that go. Curse them, they curse me. That's what the word say. Let me see what this. See what else. I got some I could add. It's in my pocket for it. I think I left. Okay, here I go. Let me get this. Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon 8:1. Far as the plan of the Father, once he give the assignment, the book let us know. It said he wrote the end in the beginning. Perhaps I'm not misquoting it. Let me see. Yep. Let me highlight this one. I'm gonna put purple on that one. Wisdom of Solomon 8:1. But if he give you the assignment, he didn't already prepare the way, man. You just gotta stay the course. Don't faint in the way. Don't faint in the path. Don't faint on the journey. Wisdom of Solomon 8:1 says, wisdom reacheth from one end to another mightily, and sweetly does she order all things. So that runs in line upon line, here a little, there a little. You can add Romans 8:28. All things work together for the good of them that love the Most High. So it's already set up for you to win. All you got to do is go through it. You just got to, you know what I'm saying, go with the flow of the Father, the current that the Father got you in. Let me see. See what else y'all saying over here. So it says, since I found the Most High, my life has been so peaceful and calm. Regardless of the ups and downs, I trust him in all is well always. In all ways. Man, all praise to the Most High. Yes, indeed. And see, I like that that you dropped in there too, Mark, in 1 Corinthians 2:1. Says, and I, brethren, when I came to you, came not with excellency of speech or of wisdom, declaring unto you the testimony of God or the Most High. And that's the thing, man. Sometimes we get caught up in a person speaking a certain way. I was talking about this earlier this week, man. People will hear me say, man, I'm from Memphis. You know what I'm saying? And that just throw them off. Like, I can't listen to this person. He's not professional enough. He's not a good enough orator. Like, I can get into all these big words, but what does it mean? What does it profit to use a bunch of big words and the people don't understand you? The people can't even relate to you. They're like, oh, I can't feel them. Like, so, man, he made each one of us unique. Your uniqueness is not a problem, bro. Your uniqueness is not something that's like, you should be ashamed. It's a part of your purpose too. It's a part of his plan. Like, yeah, he made you like that because you fit for the mission. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't deny that. I don't even know what that is, but I don't know what this is. Praise the Most High for what that is, though. I'm sorry, forgive me if I don't know what that is. PWH 1461, 200 joules. I don't know what that is. Let's see. Yeah, he said, I knew you in the womb. He said, okay, let me get this. We got to get that one. Let's get Jeremiah 29. I'm glad they came to mind. Let's get Jeremiah 29 and 11. Thank you, Father. Let's go with that. Hold up. Jeremiah 29 and 11. What did he say? What did he say? Jeremiah 29 and 11. What did he say? He said, for I know the thoughts that I think towards you, saith the Most High, thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you an expected end. You know what I'm saying? And you expect to have a good end, right? Yeah, that's what the Father's thought is towards his people, man. We align with him, stick to his plan. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, we'll deal with that later. When you're in the chat, let's try to stick to what the subject is, man. Don't be a person bringing in confusion or to deviate from the message at hand. It's called respect, man. And that's the thing. That's one of the things about this technology and this format. People feel like because we're not in physical spaces together, you know what I'm saying, it's okay to just be loose. But you got to understand, who is the glue? What is the purpose of the congregation and congregating and coming together? The Father. So if you disrupt that, man, that's on your account. That's on your account for coming in being a confusion spirit. You know what I'm saying? Letting a confusion spirit use you. You trying to get in the way of the Most High, you better be careful. And I'm not saying I'm the Most High. I'm saying when that word going forth, you don't want to jump out there in front of it, sir. Ma'am. Let's see. I'm checking the chat, family. If you just not coming in, I'm just checking the chat, trying to see what's being said. That's a wonderful. All praise to the Most High for their healing. Let me see what else y'all saying over here. Let's see. Yes, indeed, I will not his. Let me see. Definitely exhibiting the fruits of the Spirit, man. We want that. See. Let me see. Scrolling through the chat, fam. Let's see. Yes, indeed. Russ said this story was eerie. Man, it's written for us to take heed to. That's true, man. Yeah, you can't expect somebody to be like you. We got our own functions. I talked about that. All of the working parts, many working parts. Hakeem, y'all, we went over that. Matter of fact, Nah, we didn't go over that. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Let me see. Say it was sent a test. Trying to see what else y'all saying over here. Before we close out, I just didn't want to miss no question if it was any. I'm almost down toward the bottom, I think. Shabbat Shalom to everybody. I pray you learned something. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I think I'm down to the bottom. Don't go outside of the Most High. Yeah. The plan is Wednesday. You know, I've done it a couple of times, but I think Father willing, that's what I say. Father willing, y'all will see me Wednesday, 6:30 Central Standard Time. And every Shabbat, as the Father allows, at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let me see. Yes, indeed. All praise to the Most High. My Hakeem, Elijah One. Salute to you, Saint. Much love and respect. You and the family. All praise to the Most High. Bro said, or the Saints say it was encouraging for them to continue in the assignment. Yeah, we want the Saints to be refreshed, definitely. Don't faint. Don't break. Yup, endure to the end. Yes, indeed. Let's see. Yes, he is amazing. Let me see. Made it to the bottom. Yes, indeed. So, in the meanwhile, family, if you think of anything else in between time, just shoot a message to childrenoftheprophets144@gmail.com. childrenoftheprophets144@gmail.com. And I'll get with you from then. Father say the same. Until then, though, keep the commandments, the faith in the Messiah, walk and live in the fruits of the Holy Spirit. Until next time, Saints.
Do it again, Father. Acting like everything's okay when it ain't. Is that faith? Doing my best, but will it get me through them pearly gates? Can you relate? It's Friday night, this past Monday, last time I ate. Legs weak, plus I'm losing weight. Bad timing, man, I'm usually late. That's a habit that I'm trying to break, while I'm trying not to break. 30 days to vacate, that's what the notice read. It's been 2 weeks since LaRon found his daddy dead. Can't imagine that. Optimistic, dark times, trying to see the brighter side through the cataracts. Father, give us strength. I bow my soul to you, your eminence. I feel stuck, we need deliverance. From ourselves first and foremost, then from our enemies. Disobey, we suffer penalties. Right now the bills coming faster than the money heals. If you a friend to this world, then you ain't one of his. Prince of the earth trying to block the prayer. Daniel 12 verse 3, he can't stop the glare. Damaged goods needed proper care. Digital ID mandatory just to work in Europe. Lack of bread, famine increasing in these coming years. Born in a war and it's a deadly sport. Way too poor to raise the credit score. The blade stained with the blood of misled sheep. We trapped in between Pharaoh's army and the Red Sea. It's looking biblical. We need a miracle. Send your healing cause it's critical. We petition you, do it again, Father, like you did it in the days of old. Broken spirits, you the only one can make us whole. Do it again like you did for David. Dismiss the case and drop the charges that's against Stacy. Do it again, Father. Do it again, Father. Do it again. North and Southern Kingdom sin became the dirty dozen. No, you can bless me, I just question if I'm worthy of it. Do it again, Father. Do it again, Father. Do it again. Do it again. Like a patient being patient while they waiting for the physician. Deliver us from these afflictions. Do it again, Father. Do it again, Father. Do it again. Do it again. Do it again.